Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today I found something in the archives from toys from when I was a kid, from 1978. Wow, that's a long time ago. So I was clearing out some stuff and I found a box from when I was in like 4th grade. There's one other box that I need to find that has the last of my Star Wars collection. By the way, speaking of a Star Wars collection, check out this video of a really cool collector's display I found somewhere in Chicago. It's got every kind of action figure from Star Wars 1978, Star Wars Episode 4, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. You'll really love it. This box contains what I believe to be Star Wars trading cards from the late 70s. So let's open it up and let's see what's inside. I cannot really remember what's in here, but let's check it out. Whoa. Blasted by Leia. Oh, I forgot this question's on the back. Question, who performs Yoda in The Empire Strikes Back? See answer on card 237. You guys know the answer to that? I do. Raid on the Death Star. That's cool. Everybody Wins trading cards. There are 36 different trading cards in the Everybody Wins game, so you can save them or trade them with your friends. Play Everybody Wins again the next time you visit Burger King. Game ends July 30th, 1981. Or when game card supplies run out. Well, damn. We're way past the date. And I suppose the cards ran out. Desperate Moments for Our Heroes. Copyright 1977. 20th Century Fox. Man. Movie facts, 22 of 22. The original sound effects for the galactic languages, vehicles, robots, and weapons of Star Wars were collected and created by Ben Burtt. Ben Burtt, the one and only. I'm sure you guys know who he is, but if not, look him up. Ben Burtt. The completed stereo soundtrack was then mixed at the Samuel Goldwyn Studios in the Dolby system of noise reduction for magnificent motion picture high fidelity in the theater. They make it sound so, impressive. And it is, and it was, and it still is. So when I was a kid, I would ride my bike to the library with my library card, and I would check out sound effects on vinyl. I loved Star Wars and still do, and I wanted to be, I didn't know Ben Burtt was the name who was inspiring me as a kid, but I would check out these vinyl albums and record them holding my cassette deck up to the speaker, and I would do a lousy job of making copies of all these sound effects to cassette. Now, couldn't use them for anything, but I was determined to make a film, and there was no computers to edit on. Remember, this is 1979, 1980. But I wanted to gather a large sound effects library, and I did. But unfortunately, most of the sound effects sounded bad, or they were of cars honking their horns in the street, or people sneezing or laughing. Rarely did I come across something cool that I could use in a Star Wars film of my own. Space Adventurer Han Solo. I like how it's like so Flash Gordon. Searching for the missing droid. Oh, I forgot that on the back there's like an image and you put the cards together and looks like maybe Han Solo with his, yeah, it is Han Solo, his collar and his blaster. The Dark Lord of the Sith. We didn't know what the Sith was back then, but we do now. Movie facts, 9 of 22. George Lucas on Star Wars. I wanted to make a movie about an old man and a kid. And I knew I wanted the old man to be a real old man and have a sort of teacher-student relationship with the kid. I also wanted the old man to be like a warrior. I wanted a princess too, but I didn't want her to be a passive damsel in distress. That formula, you know right off the bat, it's going to work out great. Look at the Karate Kid and everything else like that. Taking the young student under your wing, teaching them. And Princess Leia, he did an awesome job with her. Back then, we accepted her strength and her leadership and her sarcastic personality, and we loved it. Unlike today, when they try and do this, it always comes off as feminism, which is why one reason why Star Wars is hated today. Just one reason. Stalking the corridors of the Death Star, 1977. Oh, another image. A pair of Jawas. In June of 1975, George Lucas and Gary Kurtz contacted John Dykstra with regard to his supervising the special effects for Star Wars. They soon set up an independent company called Industrial Light and Magic Corporation. Now it's just ILM. That's what I'm saying. In a warehouse in San Fernando Valley. Here, the incredible illusions would be designed and executed by as many as 75 artists. Now, keep in mind, those artists never worked on a movie before. They were not filmmakers. They worked in commercials for television, like Kellogg's cereal and all that. And a lot of the times, most of the time, they would question themselves. They weren't sure what they were doing, so it was a lot of trial and error for filmmaking. Inquiring about Obi-Wan Kenobi over drinking blue milk. Envisioning the rebels' destruction, 1977. R2-D2 and C-3PO. God, it was so classic, that opening scene when you first see these two droids walking in that white corridor. Just the colors were amazing. It's still amazing. You would think for 1978, the quality, even though mastered, it would not be as good. But it's, man, to be honest, it looks better than most films filmed today. And we're in 2020 now. Luke and Leia shortly before the raid. Talking about Han. The Honored Heroes. Episode 4. Star Wars. The Industrial Light and Magic Corporation, run by John Dykstra, executed 360 separate special effects shots for Star Wars. Altogether, their optical work and special effects are visible for just about half of the running time of the movie. Monitoring the battle. Episode 4, Star Wars. George Lucas on Star Wars. And I knew this. Did you guys know this? I discovered that he, Alex Raymond, got his inspiration for Flash Gordon from the works of Edgar Rice Burroughs, author of Tarzan, and especially from his John Carter of Mars series of books. I read through that series, then found that what sparked Burroughs off was a science fantasy called Gulliver on Mars, written by Edward Arnold and published in 1905. And Flash Gordon inspired George Lucas. So we're going way back, 1905, Edgar Rice Burroughs, and then George Lucas. Remember, George Lucas wanted to have a space theme. I can't stand when people say it's a space opera. It's not a space opera. Just because there's orchestral works in the film, like Indiana Jones, you don't call that a desert opera. I hate that. I've always hated that. Word Cantina patrons. Classic. Discussing the Death Star's future. 1977, of course. And here we go. George Lucas, fun facts, movie facts, 8 of 22. George Lucas on Star Wars. I wanted to make an old-fashioned action movie, a movie in outer space like Flash Gordon used to be. Ray guns, running around in space, ships, shooting at each other. And I knew right from the start that I wanted to have a big battle in outer space. Sort of a dogfight thing. Now that's cool. That's a recipe for a really awesome film. Flash Gordon is no longer popular, but 40 years later, Star Wars still is. How can you beat running around space in spaceships, shooting at each other with ray guns, with dogfight battles and an old man training a young guy with a princess? Classic. You know, if any one of us were to write that script based on what I just told you, we would have so many different versions. But all in all, it's a great story. Jawas of Tatooine. You know what? We have Jawas here where I live. Guys go around in trucks the night before garbage. So if you've got like a dishwasher or something that the garbage men won't take, these guys take it in their old trucks for recycling. I call them the Jawas. The Jawas usually come around every Thursday night. Oh, a Batman card. Is that it? These are all Batman from Tim Burton. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, Batman, 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 Batman. One last one. Luke instructed by Yoda. And that's it. I hope you guys liked this video. This was an awesome trip down memory lane. I remember eating lunch as a kid in grammar school and sitting outside, backs against a brick wall in the schoolyard, looking at each other's stickers, smelly stickers, remember those? And these Star Wars trading cards. And I found these. I'm so glad I did. I've got another box, like I said, twice as big, twice or three times the size of this one, with my last remaining Star Wars figures. I gotta find it, and I want to go over with you what I used to do. I loved model making. I loved filmmaking. Although when I was a kid, there were no cameras except silent film cameras with a movie projector, and there's no way to edit. But I was determined someday to make films, and that's why I do this channel. I love talking about photography, filmmaking, video production, and you know, this channel, sometimes I don't quite know where it's going. It's just everything that I love doing. And in this case, today, it's a vlog about my Star Wars trading cards. When I find those old Star Wars toys that I have left, I will make a video on them. So if you like the content, guys, subscribe and let me know if you have any of these cards. I would love to know. Blast from the past, 80s were the best, man. So for now, I will end here. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.